I should find some place to try to talk to Solus.
Now, I just did a quick Google search because I'm pretty sure in Dragon Age Origins there was a dwarf who wanted to learn magic. And this was not Harding. This was a dwarf named Dagna. Yeah, she lived in Orzammar, and she wanted to learn magic and study it, despite the fact that dwarves can't use magic. So it was a different character, regardless, but still. Let's continue.
Wait, that room wasn't there before, I don't think.
Entering a new area.
Never Harding must have put my pack here. Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things. A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me nobles think of ruling like a game of chess, that each move determined what mark humanity will leave on the world.
The guys won't care. He loved traveling, so do I. We're too focused on war. That's a lot of work.
He had fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself.
I have to keep in mind, this is my D&D character, Dennis. He's a captain of a ship. Jeweled pitcher. Ooh.
Best drink of my whole life. Fresh water from this pitcher after Varric and I got out of the trap set by that double-crossing noble. We didn't know how close he was to the throne of Vervain, or that stopping him would get me kicked out of the Lords of Fortune until the heat dies down.
I suppose it was fair. I was impulsive. I made the right call.
I won't apologize for surviving a double cross. But if me leaving helped the Lords handle the politics, it was a small price to pay.
Varric's shaving mirror?
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look in it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Scar options, genre identity options, tattoo options. Oh, that's cool. Examine options related to scars. Choosing one will conclude the conversation. Alright. I look good. I'm trying to live up to that. I look good.
A damn good looking hero, if I do say so.
Yep. That is exactly what Dennis would say. Lastly, magical project.
The ever-turning orb. My final training project as an apprentice. I spent months finding the precise balance of energy flows to make the enchantment permanent.
I wasn't a model student. Those were the days. It was hard but worthwhile for all the good it did.
Amazed this thing still works, seeing how many times I messed up the magic and broke something. But I got there eventually. Right, that's better. Now how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or... relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind,
Meditate.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
But perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. You could not possibly be here to take advice from the one you called the Elven God of Lies.
Remembered I did. Let's see. Seriously, rubbing it in. Stop. I need information. Yet here I am.
This has been a big week for running into things I didn't think were possible.
You are adapting quickly?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Nothing, but I'm here. I'm not in charge. I punch up. I should know. You should know.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
Back in the Lords of Fortune, I was hired to accompany this noble who was hunting for an old relic. The noble betrayed us and left us to die in an ancient ruin collapsing around us.
But you escaped with your team and then tracked down and prevented the noble from selling the relic to the Venatori.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
Can we stop them? How do we stop them? Then we stop them. Why blight the world? It's bigger than what we have. Didn't escape.
I don't understand. Elgernon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The rest of the blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
The blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elgernon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
What would they need to do to free the blight, and how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted, murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elgernon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, They will lead you to Algernon and Gillenane.
Let's see. That's not enough. Sounds entertaining. Thanks.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All I offer are suggestions.
I'm on it. What else?
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
Wardrobe. You've acquired new appearances for your equipment. Appearances can be modified from the wardrobe in your room. Can I get completely naked? Alright, I forgot. This isn't Baldur's Gate. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, wait. This poop. Wait, is this... Oh, this is the rogue. This is the mage. I do like that you can customize the appearance of all your stuff. Woohoo! Ah! Yay, more stuff. I guess the chest got lost in the fade and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me, or does the armor look somehow familiar? Like something an old friend would wear? I don't know, Harding. Workshop. Upgrading your equipment at the caretaker's workshop will increase in item statistics. Find another version of an existing item or purchasing it from a merchant will increase an item statistic while also unlocking new properties. Pursue both paths to bring out your equipment's full potential. Empowering the workshop. Okay. Collecting mementos out in the world will let you upgrade the caretaker's workshop. Upgrading it will increase the number of enchantments on offer and increase the power level of all the weapons you can find or purchase while adventuring. Alright. Oh, so that's what it is. Okay. So it will unlock that 25% damage versus armor. Progress the story to unlock further upgrades. Okay then. I'm not going to talk to Varric yet.
Couldn't be one god, it had to be three.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Oh, what's in here? Is this a little dining hall? Collect Imperial Weave. Yay, unlocking more stuff. Hardy wants to talk?
Toldar, it's a Tunal. Veilguard, Velos Atreitum. But Velos Atreitum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation. Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
Am I interrupting? You lost me. Start making sense. You're cute when focused. Let's keep doing this.
You're not hearing a word I'm saying, are you?
Uh-huh.
You know you're adorable, right?
Sure, whatever you think is best.
Huh.
What? What's happened?
I said, you're adorable.
You're poking fun at me.
A little, never. See, this is the hard part.
I would never poke fun. I respect you too much.
Is that so?
100%. So, what's Isatunal?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means, I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah! That approval goes up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dwarves have a lot of forgotten history. I mean, shit, back in Dragon Age Origins, they had like a whole list of dwarven folk who helped make the golems and fucking died or turned into golems themselves. So yeah, that's what happens. There's a lot of shit in history that has been forgotten because either no one cared about it or it was erased on purpose. Alright, so here's...
That's the second. One more to go.
It's a tunnel! Woo! Faded note. Look at this place. We planned a rebellion. Here once said we'd change the future of the elves through off tyrants. And we did! Now the path outside is frack. Sure it'll be hard rekindling all the Evilians. Solis, if you see this, it'll be looking for you. I'll be looking for you. Out in this world, and in the mortal one. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. Wow. That is hilarious. The two most obvious ones I freaking missed.
Okay, that did something.
Wait. The lighthouse. You need to go into the lighthouse. I'm totally not reading this off of a guide. Music room, entering new area. Ooh. Very nice. Gotta go in this one? No, I can't. Oh, look. He's awake.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you had seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I don't want your job. I can't replace you if that's what you want.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? That scheming noble locked us up inside that tomb. Tightest corner I've ever been in. But you kept your cool. Fought off the Guardians. Discovered an escape route.
And triggered a cave-in.
The big one. Ravani leaders lined up to yell at you for that, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
Let's see. About the Maze Crossing, about Harding being hard, stolen the ritual. Let's do Harding first.
There is something. When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
That's true.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
I'm worried. He's an asshole. We need his help.
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
That sounds about right.
Demeter's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out, and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Indeed.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
See, to be a captain of a ship.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
You see, a captain is nothing without a first mate and the rest of a crew. Captain Dennis, at least in D&D, he has his first mate Jane and a bunch of other crewmates.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Balara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Is a reputation earned? I'm intrigued.
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
As long as he doesn't have a contract out on us, we're fine.
Alright, so he's like a witcher.
You think a trained killer will like us?
What's not to love? The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the Crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Good work, let's give it a try.
Time to make new friends.
We'll see if it works.
You said the Crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
You must have stories. Can we trust them? Your friends are our friends. Are they mages?
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
I get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
One or two.
So, we talked to the Crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either, if Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
What the fuck was that gunpoint for leaving? He's like, yeah, I'll catch you later, toots. What's this? Change monument. What the heck? Oh, it's a deer. I'm keeping the wolf. Wolves are cool.
Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly, mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Maybe she was wrong. Is it safe? Wonder what?
If that is the Fade on the other side, won't it be dangerous, as the Fade often is?
More dangerous than elven guards who wield the Blight as a weapon?
Point taken.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Oh.
Who are you? And how did you get here?
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Okay. He seems friendly.
Can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
Those two aren't exclusive. Yep, let's do that one.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.